So I've wanted to do a video about finger extension for a while now because it's something that I see, like I notice a lot in newer spinners, in particular around 4 to 6 months. Their videos tend to, their combos tend to sort of lack something, if that makes sense. They might be doing tricks okay and be able to do combos and stuff, but like it just doesn't look quite as good. And I know for a while I've always wondered, like, okay, I can do these and the pen moves like reasonably smoothly, but it just doesn't look as controlled or as nice as a lot of the more advanced spinners. And I think one of the main reasons for that has to do with finger extension. So what I mean by that is, like, it seems like, especially like it's noticeable in thumb flap charge reverses. If you look at some of the newer spinners, they'll tend to kind of look like this, right? And it's not necessarily bad, because there are some people that just spin with really lazy fingers. It's like their fingers are always sort of curled in somewhat, and they're never really hyper extended back past like a straight line like that. I guess in some ways error would be a good example of that kind of spinning. There's some other examples. So I mean, it's not bad, especially if you have really good control in terms of your hand movement. If you minimize hand movement when you do that, then it can look really good. But the thing is, it seems like some of the newer spinners and people that are trying to sort of bridge the gap between like intermediate and a little bit past that, like almost pro, they sort of dance around in that middle ground between this in a way, or just completely closed if you're doing tricks like, I don't know, like sonic clips and other things that involve fingers being closed. Another good example would be various around combinations, but they'll sort of sit in between there, rather than always, their fingers should, always be closed or open all the way if possible. You never really want to just have it like this. I mean, there are times when it is necessary, but it can look really sloppy. And it's sort of something that you have to think about when you're deciding what kind of style you want to have. Whether you want your fingers to always, be really emphasized, like out like this. For example, the really prominent, more, people tend to think of it as more of a JEB type of thumb flap charge, like this, where you have your fingers stemmed out all the way. Or if you just want to have like a controlled and relaxed looking style where your fingers are never really fully extended. But try not to dance between them too much is the thing. And at first, when you're learning various tricks, like, you really want to be aware of it.